All right, we are 15 or 20 minutes away from opening puck drop. But before we kick off the hockey season here from Mentor Civic Ice Arena, we're joined alongside Mentor High School head football coach Steve Trevisano, who has joined us to do the ceremonial puck drop for tonight's game. And Coach Trevisano, thanks for joining us here before the game.
Well, thanks, man, for having me. It's, looking forward to it. I just hope I don't fall.
Well, I leave the skating to them because I can't even stand up on skates personally. But last night, your Mentor Cardinals at Jerome T. Osborne Stadium, a 48-7 victory over Cleveland Heights. You'll be moving on to play Cannon McKinley next week, so it had to be a wonderful night for you, soaking it all in, not only the win, but that last home game at Jerome T. Osborne.
Yeah, it was a great night. Our kids came out in the first playoff game at home, and a lot of our seniors getting their last opportunity to play there. And I thought we came out and did a lot of really, really good things. Offensively and defensively, we got to shore up the kickoff team a little bit. But overall, I thought it was a really well-played game by our kids.
And you checked off another goal. You said you have the same 3 goals at the beginning of every season. You won the conference, so you got that check mark. Then it was to play the 11th game at home. You played it and you won it.
Yep.
And there's only one thing left, and that's the state title in your pursuit to get there, 11-0 right now. So as you look forward to this, we talked about this off the air, but this region just so tough, so many quality teams. Mm-hmm. What is it going to take for the Cardinals to continue to advance?
Well, we got to keep playing great football. The teams that are going to win are the teams that get better each week, and don't overlook anybody. Don't play, soft, lazy football. We got to come out and do what we do and play hard and get better each week and be consistent. And as the weather gets worse, there's a lot of other things that come into play. You got to be able to handle the situations and take care of it and play good Mentor football.
It was pretty cold out there, but I saw the Cleveland Heights coach had shorts on. I said, wow, that is a brave man.
Yeah, that's a crazy guy. Mac's a great guy, and he told me he lost a bet. So.
Oh, that's what I was wondering, because I was like, it's not nice out.
No,
it's not shorts weather.
I would never do that. I don't care what the bet was.
Well, that's exciting. So you'll play Cannon McKinley, and that game location will be announced Monday, correct?
Tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow,
yep,
okay.
Sunday, yep.
So you'll find out where that is, somewhere in the region for all the Cardinals fans, and that'll be posted on all the Mentor Cardinals websites and channels, and also on ohsaa.org. But we wish you very good luck against Cannon McKinley, and we hope you have a wonderful time here tonight at the Mentor Civic Ice Arena. The Icebreakers currently tied for first place in the Eastern Division in the early going at 4-1, but a huge improvement from last season. So we hope you have a great time tonight, Coach.
Well, I appreciate that, and a real honor for them to have me here, and I appreciate everything they've done.
Well, glad to have Coach Trevisano here. Good luck on Friday against Cannon McKinley, and then good luck. Keep going, Coach. Keep going.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep. Nick, we got it. We're good? Good to go.
Do they have a radio? All right.
Enjoy the game. From the corner of Munson and Civic Center Boulevard. From the corner of Munson and Civic Center Boulevard, welcome Fanatics to the Menor Civic Ice Arena for game number 6 of your Menor Icebreakers season. Tonight, the Icebreakers host in the Battle Creek Rumblebees. I'm Angelo Vallada, and thank you for listening right here on YouTube.com, your home and away home for all Menor Icebreakers games. And Jared, it feels good to be back as we are the last team to have a home opener, but it has finally come Saturday, November 9th, the second season underway, and we're finally home at Menor Civic Ice Arena.
It's a much different feel from this point last season when the Icebreakers were 0-5, kind of in the same spot that Battle Creek finds itself in right now.
And a big thank you to Menor High School head football coach Steve Trevisano for joining us before during the pregame here, and Cardinals win 48-7 over the Cleveland Heights Tigers. Go Cards. But we want to catch you up to speed here because a lot of Icebreaker hockey has happened up to this point. It started off on Friday the 25th of October when the Icebreakers won on opening night 3-1 versus Watertown, scoring a goal in each period. Declan Conway scored the first Icebreaker goal of the year, with Butita and Moskal each adding a goal also. 5 different Icebreakers had an assist, and Butita and Moskal each had 2-point nights. The next night, the Wolves won the same score, 3-1. Alexander Morrow scored a goal off the double assist from Jurovic and Ezeri. Tyler Urich had a 3-point night for the Wolves, including 2 goals in the Watertown win. Then on Friday, November 1st, the Icebreakers traveled to Battle Creek, getting a 7-2 win over the Rumblebees, including a 4-goal second period. Butita led the way with a 2-3-5 scoreline, and Moskal added 2 goals and 1 assist also. Conway and Duncan each added a goal, and Henry Berger scored his first goal as an Icebreaker. On Saturday, November 2nd, Menor earned their first shutout victory of the season, 5-0 over the Rumblebees. Austin Rodebush earned his first shutout in between the pipes and improved to 3-1 and now 4-1 on the year in the net. Zach McKenna, Jackson Tucker, and Isaiah Crawford all scored their first goals as an Icebreaker, and Richie Pinkowski scored his first goal of the season. Conway added a goal as well. McKenna added 2 assists and a 3-point night. And finally, last night, on Friday, November 8th, Menor traveled back to the rink at Battle Creek and won 5-3, making it their longest winning streak in franchise history at 3. There had been 4 streaks previous at 2 apiece. Clauston and Butita led the way with 2 goals scored each, and Tucker scored his second goal of the season. Moskal added 2 assists, and Conway added 1. So a few things to catch you up to speed here. And Jared, all that being said, Menor finds himself 4-1, tied for first place atop the Eastern Division, as we now have divisions in the Federal Prospect Hockey League with the Watertown Wolves.
After Carolina's loss last night to Danbury, there's 4 teams all locked up at 4-1 for 12 points. Icebreakers are tied with the Watertown Wolves right now, 12 points atop the Eastern Division.
And if you take a look at the full standings, it's Menor 4-1 with 12 points, Watertown 4-1 with 12 points as well. Elmira is 1-1 with 6 points. Danbury 0-2 and 5 points. And the Delaware Thunder, another one of the expansion teams, at 1-4 with 3 points in the East. The West has Danville and Carolina at 4-1 apiece, 12 points each. Then Columbus, one of the new expansion teams, the River Dragons, at 2-1-1 for 9 points. Port Huron 0-3-2 and 0 for a very unique record and 4 points. And these Battle Creek Rumblebees at 0-5 in their inaugural season thus far, the last expansion team to join the FPHL over this late summer. So we'll see what happens tonight as the Icebreakers look to continue their winning ways. And Jared, if you want to take a look at the Battle Creek starting lineup for tonight.
The Rumblebees have 2 former Icebreakers in their starting lineup. In goals, number 30, Joel Eisenhower, played 3 games with Menor last year. At left wing is Ryan Alves. Saw him for a good chunk of the season last year. I believe he had 12 points over 19 games with Menor before being traded to Danville. Right wing is Karndeep Nat. At center is Phoenix McElroy Scott. On left defense is David Nicoletti. And on right defense is Ethan Bush Anderson, a guy they just traded for and made his debut last night.
And that will be the starting lineup for the Rumblebees. And for the guys in double blue, the Menor Icebreakers, in between the pipes for the 6th straight game, Austin Rodebush. At left wing, signed to a celebrity contract yesterday. The Diesel, Mark DeZieli, makes his way back to Mentor Civic Ice Arena. He had a heck of an ending of a season last year in April. Right wing will be Mark Ezery. At center, Nate Farrington. Left defenseman, number 19, Brody Duncan. And at right defenseman, one of the newcomers on the Icebreakers, number 25, Alfonso Diaz. The Mentor Icebreakers are coached by head coach and general manager Ian Duncan and goaltending coach Sebastian Ragno. So we've got a pretty much capacity crowd as they continue to fill in. I heard there was a line turning into the Mentor Civic Ice Arena here tonight as the Icebreakers back for the second year here in suburban Northeast Ohio. We thank you wherever you're listening to us, whether in Mentor, abroad, Battle Creek. Thanks for making us a part of your Saturday night. And Jared, how good does it feel to be back?
Like I said earlier, it's a much different feel in the building just around the team this year, being at the top of the standings. You know, it's still early, obviously, but winning 4 of your first 5 is a lot better than where the team found itself last year.
And for those who haven't had a chance to catch up on what's been going on in the FPHL, the Federal Prospect Hockey League, it was a 6-team league last year, and there's 4 new teams this year, which is how they had the divisional expansion, as now we have the Battle Creek Rumblebees, who are in town tonight from Michigan, the Danbury Hat-Tricks from Connecticut, the Delaware Thunder from up in Delaware, and the Columbus River Dragons in Georgia. So the league expanded both in team number to 10, as well as now as far east and north as Delaware and Connecticut, and all the way down past Carolina now into Georgia. So a 10-team league, and Mentor is no longer with Elmira, the new kid on the block.
Yeah, this year it looks like Battle Creek, I mean, they're really not playing all that badly the past couple of games against the Icebreakers. Obviously, last Saturday night it was a 5-0 loss, but they were within 2 goals at the end of the second intermission, and then last night they made it close late before the Icebreakers pulled away. So the Rumblebees are a young team. They're a hungry team. They want their first win. They're going to do everything they can to spoil the Icebreakers home opener tonight.
And if I'm not mistaken, for Battle Creek, they were the last team to officially join the league. There was going to be a franchise added in Michigan, so they were the last ones to join the party after Danbury, Delaware, and Columbus. So we know how that is. Mentor was the last team to join after Elmira last year. And it's tough when you have to go full speed and the season starts. Remember, we started the home opener in late October, was here for the first game, and the Icebreakers have to get out on the ice and start. So you got to start somewhere. So we could kind of feel for Battle Creek in their position, having to put together a team very quickly and face stiff competition, as there's 4 teams at 4-1 right now. So we'll see how the Rumblebees do. They're hungry, but so are your Mentor Icebreakers, as we are getting set for the opening ceremonial puck drop. Once again, Mentor High School head football coach Steve Trevisano will have the puck drop. His Cardinals winning 48-7 last night over the Cleveland Heights Tigers. They're a 1 seed. They're ranked number 1 in the state. They're ranked number 7 in the nation. And they will play the Cannon-McKinley Bulldogs next Friday night, with the venue tomorrow being decided. And that'll be announced on OHSAA.org and all the Mentor Cardinals websites and social media as well. And a big thanks once again to Steve Trevisano for joining us in the pregame show. Well, the Battle Creek Rumblebees, in all of their yellow and black, have taken to the ice here now as we get set for the Icebreakers to be announced and the national anthem to follow. So we're going to step away for a quick moment, and after the national anthem, we will return for the opening puck drop in the season home opener from Mentor Civic Ice Arena. Keep it right here. Welcome back here to YouTube.com stream of the Menor Icebreakers home opener versus the Battle Creek Rumblebees. And thanks to Dave Juka on a great rendition of our national anthem. Thank you for joining us here on this Saturday night for the Icebreakers home opener versus expansion team, the Battle Creek Rumblebees. And now, Icebreakers Nick Russo out with Menor High School head football coach Steve Trevisano for the ceremonial puck drop to begin the season. Cardinals win last night 48-7 over Cleveland Heights. Go Coach Cribb, go Cards with a big win last night. They'll play Cannon McKinley next week. He will retire after this 23rd season. He picked up his 200th win earlier this season in a Week 4 win over the Elyria Pioneers. And Brody Duncan out for the ceremonial puck drop representing the Icebreakers.
And last night the Cardinals won their first playoff game, defeating Cleveland Heights by a score of 48-7.
And the Menor fans like to hear that about the victory last night. Hopefully the Icebreakers will follow suit tonight. And there it is. Brody Duncan taps it to him. Thanks, Coach Triv, and go Cardinals next week. Joined alongside by Jared Tennant and Casey Healy on the video stream for us here tonight. Larry Rummel and Al Moon rocking out the sounds behind us. And we've got a great crew, Scott Tennant on the PA announcer here for Menor Civic Ice Arena as we get set. The Icebreakers will be moving from right to left in their double blue, dark blue jerseys with light blue and white trim. The Battle Creek Rumblebees in their yellow and black uniforms, yellow tops with the big B center logo and the honeycomb decal down the side will be moving left to right. Battle Creek comes in tonight at 0-5, Menor at 4-1. It is an east-west matchup. Menor in the Eastern Division now of the FPHL and Battle Creek in the Western Division as we get set now for the official puck drop. Live from Menor Civic Ice Arena. Thanks for joining us here. It'll be Nate Farrington and number 14, Phoenix McElroy Scott, and he will win the puck drop there, the draw. Battle Creek has it, moving into the neutral zone. They're on the far boards, and they'll dump one behind the net where Rodebush will come out. He has started every game so far for the Icebreakers, and he's come off to a 4-1 start for Menor. Duncan sends it past the forechecking and works it to Esri. A loose puck. Farrington will scoop it up, tries to backhand it to Esri. Esri gets it now. Looking for his options, tries to tap it past the blue line into the neutral zone to Alfonso Diaz, but now it's Battle Creek in control of the puck. Number 22, Anthony Miller here on the near boards, works it up to Aaron Bessie. Puck stolen, control now goes to Menor. Brody Duncan in the neutral zone, slaps one towards the glove of the Rumblebees goalkeeper.
That's Joel Eisenhower in net tonight, the
I was
former
just
Icebreaker.
looking at that. Is Joel Eisenhower started a few games down the stretch for Menor, and now on the expansion Rumblebees getting a start. So good for Joel, and we'll have a draw here in the left defensive circle. Brody Duncan almost takes one, and he does, and there it is, the first goal at Menor Civic Ice Arena. Only 54 seconds into the game.
Just a great deflection in front by John Butita.
And John Butita has been a scoring machine for the Icebreakers, but the slap shot left side sets him up by Duncan.
The team leading 6th goal of the year for Butita.
And that is also Butita's 10th point of the season. First Icebreaker in double-digit points, and they make it quick work here. And the Menor Civic Ice Arena is rocking and rolling here 1 minute into the game. How about that, Jared?
I was going to mention, look for the Icebreakers to get out to a quick start tonight against the younger Rumblebees team, but they beat me to it.
Conway had a shot that deflected off, almost was able to put back in, and there is the rebound shot by Butita and the glove saved by Eisenhower. They'll shake that one off here down at the Battle Creek end.
So Butita now is tied for second in the league with 6 goals on the year.
John Butita, announced from Cleveland, Ohio, played his collegiate hockey at Kent State University just a stone's throw away as a Golden Flash. We'll have a draw from the right defense circle, and that's Joseph Keenan now into the game as both teams on the change. Works it up to Fowler. Now on the far boards, a little bang-up action there to Zach McKenna, one of the many new faces on the Icebreakers. They have many returning faces, but equally as many newcomers as well, as the teams battle for control of that loose puck on the far boards in front of the fans there. It's cleared away, and here come the Rumblebees, and they'll send that one out of play to activate the change. That was John Champlain who sent it out of play. 18-13 left here in the first period of play. And we'd like to thank Moe's Southwest Grill, who has always been locally owned and operated. Why? Because we care about bringing local communities together and making them stronger. Without you, we wouldn't be here, and we just happen to roll a darn good burrito. So stop by at Moe's, 2 locations here in Mentor. Now dump behind the net, Battle Creek feeling the pressure from the forecheck by the Icebreakers, trying to work at slot there was Nikita Sedanko, another one of the newcomers for Mentor. But now Battle Creek works it into the neutral zone. They have it on the far boards. That's Gino Mini. Taps it up to Zach Ziegler. Now behind the net is Gino Mini once again. Loose puck. Pass errant picked by Alex Morrow for the Icebreakers, who will cycle it back. And now left to Duncan, who sends that one all the way down beyond the net. Anthony Miller gets control of the puck. A little net movement there, but nothing big. Battle Creek trying to get out of the danger zone here. And the forechecking presence led by centerman Nate Farrington applying the pressure. 4 shots on goal for Mentor already, none for Battle Creek in the early going. Mark Esri has it now, and he'll have the forecheck against him. He'll slide it into the neutral zone. The pass picked off there by Anthony Miller for the Rumblebees. Heavy pressure here by the Rumblebees, forechecking at the opposite end of the ice. Great crowd on hand here at the Mentor Civic Ice Arena. Esri now skates behind the net, and he will dump that one off to Joseph Keenan. Little back and forth give and go. They work it up here on the near boards. Fowler has Moskal tailing in sight. Pressure applied. That one goes off of the net. Stephen Fowler trying to maintain control here for Mentor in the defensive zone of the Rumblebees. Battle Creek, nice job able to get that one up and into the neutral zone now. And there is number 6. We don't have a... Maybe it's Vincent Susi sends that one from right to left. Big body up there against Declan Conway in front of the Icebreaker faithful. Diaz now, starting defenseman for the Icebreakers, one of the new players as well. A little give-and-go passing action with Vaughn Clouston, number 23 for Mentor. And Vaughn had a heck of a night last night in the whistle there on the ice with 15:51 remaining here in the first period. Vaughn Clouston had a 2-goal night for Mentor last night. And when you take a look at the early leaders, most goals scored so far is Butita with 6 after that one tonight. Declan Conway and Parker Moskal with 3, and Vaughn Clouston with 2. That's your top 4 goal scorers on the season so far, early going here.
I think one of the exciting things for the Icebreakers is that Mark Essery, who was their leading scorer with 20-plus goals last year, hasn't even found the back of the net yet. He hasn't even really gotten going.
Couple of assists for Essery, but not yet. And it's been a lot of team play. That's great, because if he heats it up too, you have a really strong offensive prowess, as Coach Ian Duncan and General Manager talked about before the game, a little pregame interview. Home opener here tonight. Puck kind of bobbling up in the air and all around. Here comes the Painesville, Ohio native, Declan Conway. He gets that one up to Butita. Back to Conway. Shot deflects off of the glove of Joel Eisenhower. And here we go the other way. Center ice, though. That pass is taken by number 19, Brody Duncan. Duncan works it up to Moskal. He crosses over the blue line. Moskal's got some stick handles, but he takes an elbow there by number 24 for the Rumblebees.
A little too fancy there for Parker.
He had some stick handles, though, last year. He's got some moves, but sometimes you just got to be a little straightforward. Duncan sends a skipper across the ice. McKenna in hot pursuit, but Rick Siegel, the defenseman for the Rumblebees, will cut him off. Icebreakers get back control, trying to get it to Crawford there in the slot, and now Crawford will chase after it himself over the right defense circle. A pair of Rumblebees, though, swarming in after him. And it looks like, able to gain control, but feeling the body up there is Nikita Sedenko. Trying to help him out. It looks to be Zach McKenna over there as well. And a scrum of action there. Now look, the turn and shoot opportunity to the top right corner of the goal. And that is Zach McKenna, who's been lighting it up as of late for the Icebreakers. And that makes it 2-0 here in the home opener at 14 minutes and 2 seconds remaining here in the first period of play.
McKenna was one of the important additions in this offseason for the Icebreakers, just mainly because of his size. He's 6'3", 220. Icebreakers still don't have a ton of size, but right there he just got a great look at the net and took advantage of it.
And you got to love it. He was right in the right place at the right time, the slot of the net, and he sends it to the opposite top right corner. Well done, and Coach Ian Duncan's got to be happy about that. Zach McKenna has had a wonderful November. He had a couple of assists in his second goal as well. And it's been 6-0 on the shot on goal in favor of Menor. And Isaiah Crawford and Nikita Sedenko both credited on the assist. So a trio of new Icebreakers.
Sedenko in his pro debut didn't waste any time getting on the score sheet. Only took him about 7 minutes.
Yes, this is the debut for Sedenko. He was signed at the end of October, but making his first trip onto the ice for Menor. And 47 Icebreakers took to the ice last season, and already 7 more for Menor. So now 54 different guys have donned the double blue for your Menor Icebreakers. And thanks for joining us here on YouTube.com. Don't forget, Toys for Tots collection going through November 22nd. Bring a new toy, and all of the toys will be sent out through the Toys for Tots program. We'll be collecting them right here at Menor Civic Ice Arena. So bring a new toy for a child this Christmas during the month of November. For the Icebreaker fans listening at home,
Icebreakers on their first power play of the game right here.
Icebreakers on the Lake Health power play. A big thanks to Lake Health. Minute 46 remaining here on the power play. Now Farrington winds up, and that one deflects and bounces behind the net. A big thanks to Lake Health, supplying us with their great athletic trainers as well as training facilities here in Menor, Ohio. Esri now looking to make something happen. From behind the net to Duncan. Center, wind-up shot there. That was from Stephen Fowler. Now they'll set it up again. Fowler on the give and go with Moskal. Moskal back to Fowler. Fowler tries to wind up, loses control of the puck though, and the defense put on there by the Rumblebees. Now Stephen Fowler to Duncan, left side in front of the blue line. Gets it over right side to Moskal, and he skips one off the safety net. Yeah, the Icebreakers want to thank Lake Health for providing the Live Healthy Fitness Center and the Brunner Sanda Dietrich Wellness Campus right here in Menor. You'll enjoy convenient hours, state-of-the-art exercise equipment, and a friendly, experienced staff. A membership offers everything you need to help you reach your fitness goals. Jared, have you heard about the Kids Club? Ages 5 to 16 are eligible to join the brand new Junior Icebreakers Kids Club. Members receive a membership t-shirt and card, having special access to events with players, and will receive free admission with a paying adult during select games through the 1920 season. Cost is $15 per season per child. For more information, go to MenorIcebreakers.com or stop by the merchandise table here at the games. That's a cool addition this year.
Yeah, looking to do a lot of new things this year. Had a full off season for a lot of this preparation, a lot of things that the team just couldn't do last year. Kind of where Battle Creek found itself this year, only having a month or two to get the team ready for the season.
It's a tough draw. You just got to get on the ice and start is the best way. Look at the Icebreakers 1 year and 4-1. Conway tries to sneak one in there with 44 seconds left on the Lake Health power play. We'll have a face-off now in the left defensive circle. It'll be Vaughn Clauston taking the draw for Menor. He gets it back to Butita, who already scored the first goal of the night and first here at Menor Civic Ice Arena in the 1920 campaign. He gets it to Parker Moskal at the right circle. He's surveying his options. Applied pressure there, gets it up to Conway, who gloves it down. Conway skips that one, heads up, out of play. A nice catch there by an Icebreaker fan.
That one almost came up to us.
Here in the Breakers broadcast booth. Good to be back here. Also, the Icebreakers have officially launched their official booster club. Visit the merchandise table or MenorIcebreakers.com for more information. So the new Kids Club, the Junior Icebreakers, as well as the Booster Club, some cool perks of that as well. Check it out at www.MenorIcebreakers.com. Pregame.com. Now Duncan's got it at the blue line. He centers it to Mosko. Mosko tries to sneak with it. Eisenhower almost goes off of the skate there of Sedenko into the back of the net. But now it'll slide all the way down to the other end of the ice where Raudovic will come out and send it to the neutral zone.
Only 5 seconds left in the power play. Maybe they get one more shot off here.
Icebreakers at 8 shots on goal to 0, but the power play will expire, and the Rumblebees are back to full strength. They got a man cherry picking down there. Loses his grip on the skates a little bit. That is Karndeep Nat for the Rumblebees.
Battle Creek still looking for its first shot on goal here. 11:20 left in the first period.
A lot of pucks out of play as that one skips off of a Rumblebee skate off the hard slap shot of Brody Duncan. And not many people slap it harder than Brody Duncan when it comes to sending those hard passes across the ice.
Yeah, he definitely whips it in there. Kind of makes it tough on guys sometimes.
So we'll have a face-off here at the end of the neutral zone towards the Icebreakers goal. Again, Battle Creek moving left to right in their yellow and black jerseys with the white trim, and Icebreakers in the double blue moving from right to left. Isaiah Crawford works it on the far boards, dumps it behind the net where Joel Eisenhower, again a familiar face here in Menor, comes out to get it. Now behind the net, the Rumblebees work it up. Stolen in the neutral zone there by Alfonso Diaz. He works it to McKenna. McKenna tries to get it to the slot to Alex Morrow. He's cut off. And here come the Rumblebees on the counter. Looking for a shot, but guys, nice closeout there by Joseph Keenan to protect that slot area. And they will send that one into the neutral zone where Anthony Miller will scoop it up for the Rumblebees, but now back down towards the net. Raudovic comes out, taps it forward to Keenan. Keenan gets it to Farrington. Farrington backhands it to Esri, who tries to stick handle around Aaron Bessie, but Bessie tangles him up. Esri shakes it off in what has been a relatively clean start to the game so far. 10-16 remaining here in the first period.
A lot of pucks out of play here in the first 10 minutes of the first period.
That there has. I believe we're at 4 or 5 already with that one almost coming up here past the safety guardrail towards the Breakers broadcast booth. 2-0 Menor, and that was Rumblebees got their first shot on goal. 8-1 in favor of Menor over the expansion Battle Creek team. Of course, we got Slam the Shark here, and when they were at the rink at Battle Creek, it's BB Sting getting the fans excited. Battle Creek now works it center to left, dumps it off to Aaron Bessie. Bessie will dump it behind the net, and that's number 84, Carl Manson, who comes out. He's had a few goals on the year for Battle Creek. Esri on the counter going the other way. Stick clashing there with Anthony Miller. Almost a goal opportunity, but here it comes the other way. Rumblebees on the far board. Last night in Michigan, they make the trip back down here. We'll see how his night goes. Esri close to the net, trying to sneak one in. Little net movement. Now Brody Duncan works his way behind the net, bodied up, and we got a whistle on the ice with 9:24 remaining here in the first period of play.
Official timeout.
And we'd like to thank a few of our 2019-20 Icebreaker sponsors. Marco's Pizza with locations at Menor-on-the-Lake, Willoughby, Painesville, and South Euclid. Kemp LLC, Conway Land Title, Toe Drag Apparel, CSP Insurance, Wingate by Wyndham Hotel, Market Street Family Restaurant, Global Real Estate Advisors, Spuddy's Tavern, Vitamix, Homelight, which is an on-light real estate company, Lake Erie Marine Sales, Mosaic Properties LLC, Stadium Grill, Preston Products LLC, Bethlehem Christmas Light Park, Cana Winery, Habco Tools, McGarry & Sons, Nova Southeastern University, Auburn Career Center, Menor Ice Arena, Fitness First, Ganley Village Automotive, and JD Cleaners. A big thank you to all of our great corporate sponsors. $9:24 now remaining. We got trivia time with Missy here for the fans.
It's actually, if we include Diesel, it's 14. He had a couple appearances late.
So we just find out that 14 returning Icebreakers are back on this season. That was the trivia question here. Trivia time with Missy. Big thank you to her. And thank you to color commentary, Jared Tennant alongside me, Casey Healy on the video, Larry Rummel and Al Moon on the sound crew, and Scott Tennant on the PA announcing tonight. Here at the home opener from Menor Civic Ice Arena. That one almost goes out of play again. jumps up in the air. Moskow's got it, and there's his stick handling right through a sea of yellow. Tries to tap it into the net, and the red light goes on. That's the third goal of the game for the Icebreakers.
Seems like Parker Moskow has at least one of those plays per game where he just dazzles you with his stick handling. Either scores the goal himself or he sets his teammate up for an easy one.
He does have the dazzling stick handling, does Parker Moskowitz, of course, his famous goal on March 10th, the overtime 1-8-7 against Danville when it was 7-5 with a minute remaining, and the Icebreakers' pair of goals tied it before facing overtime. But now, 9:07, and the Icebreakers have scored on a third of their shots on goal, which is pretty impressive.
Outshooting the Rumblebees 9-1 right now, really taking control of this game early.
And John Butita was the icebreaker that tapped it in, now his second of the game. And of course the assist by Moskowitz.
The line of Parker, Declan Conway, and John Butita just keeps killing it at every game. That's another goal out of them.
And so great, especially, you know, with John Butita being a native guy from Cleveland, along with Declan from Painesville. Wow, what a fall there. And Nikita Sedenko gets wrapped up and slammed to the ice here in the offensive area for the Icebreakers. But again, the Icebreakers score there off the stick handle move by Parker Moskowitz, and John Butita putting it where it needs to be for his second time of both the game and first period. 8:15 now remaining, and Isaiah Crawford will cycle it back to Joseph Keenan. Keenan trying to work it up to Brody Duncan. Duncan switches over to the right side and is able to field that pass, and now dumps it down behind the net of Joel Eisenhower. Big body up there in the corner. That's the Diesel coming like a Mack engine in to the glass.
That one's going to draw a penalty. He's apologizing to the guy and everything. It's always fun watching him play a couple of games with the Icebreakers every year.
And he got a goal at the end of last season, which was awesome. Diesel played on the Toledo Storm with head coach and general manager Ian Duncan, but right there, Diesel came in. He laid his hand on the horn and came in full steam ahead. And you know what that means when Misunderstanding from Genesis off the 1980 album Duke plays. It means an Icebreaker goes to the penalty box, and I don't think anyone's arguing this one as the Diesel came in full steam ahead. But that will put the Icebreakers on the penalty kill, and the Icebreakers have been at a 96% on the penalty kill in the shorthanded play so far this season. But this could be the opening Battle Creek needs at 7:56 remaining here in the first period. And now with 2 minutes on the clock in their favor with the 5-on-4 advantage.
Going back to that Butita goal, at the 7th of the year, he's now tied for the league lead in goals.
That is very impressive. He's had a very hot start. Every game he's stepping it up with goals and assists. And the scoop save there by Austin Rodebush. And what a shot, though, from Battle Creek. But Rodebush secures the save. Rumblebees get their second shot on goal, first of their own power play here on the road. 0-5 coming into the season. Icebreakers at 4-1. But we have been there before. We understand the growing pains of an expansion team, and 4 teams have that this year. Battle Creek, of course, the last one, just like Mentor last year. Oh, and Esri almost had the perfect feed he was looking for from Farrington. Passed just a little behind him, so they'll cycle back and start over. Trying to waste some time here with a minute 24 in that penalty kill.
Watch for the Icebreakers offensively on penalty kills. They lead the league with 3 shorthanded goals already, 2 of them from Butita.
And if you remember correctly, we didn't see a shorthanded goal for so long last season. In fact, the first shorthanded goal came by Stephen Fowler on January 19th against Danville, so it took almost the whole season to get there, at least 3/4 of it. Battle Creek dumps it behind the net now, trying to set up a play, trying to capitalize here with 51 seconds in their power play. Oh, and they got a shot off there. Did Phoenix McElroy Scott, but it bounces off Rodebush and an icebreaker down. Clauston took a heavy hit, but now skating the other way. Fowler tries to deke him out, and the pressure applied at the last minute by the Rumblebees defense gets that shot to go wide right. Clauston took a hard fall to the ice there, though.
Joel Eisenhower just barely got a piece of that one with his glove. Cut that out of the net.
21 seconds left in the penalty kill. Icebreakers haven't scored on, but they've had a chances. They also haven't given up a goal, even more importantly now, as the Rumblebees skate in to the neutral zone, and the Icebreakers content to cycle it back now over to the right defensive circle, and they'll dump that one behind the net. 5 seconds remaining in the penalty kill. Once again, thank you for joining us here on YouTube.com. Your home and away home for all Menor Icebreakers games. Now here come the Rumblebees. That's Vincent Susi. He's skating, takes a shot from the right defensive circle. The deflection and the save from Rodebush.
Susi's been pretty good so far in the early goings for the Rumblebees. Leads the team with a goal, 2 assists for 3 points, tied for the team lead in points with Carl Manson.
Now, we always like telling you some of the geography of the areas. And I'm going to have to just guess on the city name. But Nikita Sedenko is from a city called Petropavlovsk. You think that's right, Jared?
Maybe, I'm not sure, but first Kazakhstan-born player the Icebreakers have had on their roster.
Yeah, we've had people from all over the nation, and then right here in our backyard at Painesville, Ohio, and Cleveland, Ohio, and Declan Conway and John Butita. So very cool, and cool to learn some of the geography of the players' backgrounds as well. 11-3 shot on goal advantage thus far for Menor. Battle Creek will cycle back and out, dump that one behind the zone, and a whistle on the ice will be icing. 5:20 remaining. The weekend isn't over just because it's Monday. Well, the weekend's just starting now. So sure, you might physically be at work or school, but your mind's still on weekend time. That's why at Moe's, we've got burrito specials that'll make you feel like it's still a lazy Sunday or Saturday, even when it isn't. So end the weekend with Mo Monday and visit our Menor, South Euclid, or Mayfield stores. Welcome to Moe's. And there's actually 2 locations in Menor. Now Sedenko, the Kazakhstan native, trying to sneak one in. And the Icebreaker faithful get it into here. They've had much to cheer for the first 15 minutes of the home opener. 3 goals already, 2 by Butita and 1 from McKenna. Now here comes Alex Morrow and Pinkowski there as well, trying to turn it, but stolen by the Rumblebees. Got to get a name that for number 24 for Battle Creek. Not sure if there was a personnel change.
I believe that's Mark Steele, the defenseman. They just traded for him from the Carolina Thunderbirds.
Well, anybody from Carolina is going to give you some prowess, as Carolina, the defending Commissioner's Cup champions, and off to a 4-1 start before both they and Danville lost for the first time last night. Face off here in the right defensive circle in front of the Icebreakers goal, and a wind-up slap shot there from Gino Mini goes off the backboards. Now here comes Esri trying to get something going. Works it center to Farrington. Farrington's got Fowler in tow. Backhands it to him, but it's pickpocketed by Nathan Margetts. Now to Ryan Alves, the former Icebreaker and Danville Dasher. He's made his home now in Michigan. On the offensive attack, that one goes back to center ice. The long shot there, it deflects off of the skate of Keenan. 4:11 remaining here in the first period. Icebreakers up 3-0. Battle Creek, line shot, oh wow, and that one actually deflects off of the top right glove of Austin Rodebush and cycles around the net to the top right corner. It was like it was on a string, and Battle Creek is on the board. You got to give them credit, they're fighting, as giving up 3 goals on the road in an 0-5 season, but they put that one in the back of the net with 4:02 remaining.
I'm sure Rodebush wants that one back. That was a pretty good shot there from Eli Kinsman, 2nd goal of the year. Ties in with Carl Manson for the team lead.
And it just deflects off the right glove and cycles around the perimeter of net. And just like that, Battle Creek's 5th shot on goal has them on the board. But it is 3-1 in favor of Menor here still. 3:52 remaining. Long slap shot there from Duncan. And it puts back in, and they rebound quickly. And Jared, I want to take a moment to truly savor this one, because this is the problem the Icebreakers had last year, is they would score a goal, and seconds later, they would give up a goal. And now we are doing the opposite, and we put the 4th goal in, so that goal scored for Battle Creek was at 4:02. And now, just 14 seconds later, the Icebreakers capitalize and rebound and make it a 3-goal advantage once more.
That may have been John Butita's 3rd goal of the game. I didn't see who put it in for the Icebreakers, but we'll get the official goal announcement here in a minute.
It was from the side of the net few icebreakers down there, and we'll wait for that official confirmation to get it to on the 12th shot on goal for Menor. But just like that, it's 4-1.
That is John Butita, and the Rumble Bees come right back and score.
Hold the phone, hold the door. 3:32 remaining, 16 seconds later. It's been a mere 30 seconds, but as we are announcing John Butita's third goal of the period in game, a hat trick, and that now puts him in most goals scored in the FPHL at this point. The icebreaker fast and
It killed the mood.
yeah, a hat trick credited with the Menor had it. The hat trick from Alex.
Ahead to their second penalty kill of the night.
We hear Colin's voice trying to clear it out and sliding down due to pressure is Brody Duncan, taken down there by Karndeep Nat. And a whistle on the ice with a minute 50 now remaining and a minute 1 left in the penalty kill. Fans got the sticky schedule giveaway tonight at the merchandise table. It's also Light Up the Ice home opener. Icebreakers would like to thank CSP Insurance Solutions for providing tonight's giveaway. And now it's a Rumblebee going to the box. That is Karndeep Nat for tackling from behind Brody Duncan. And so that now will even the odds. We'll have a 4-on-4 scenario on the ice. And we'll have a face-off here in the right defensive circle. Just a minute 50 remaining. Moskal on the draw. Gets it to Conway. Conway pressured by a pair of Rumblebees that swarm in. To flex off the back right boards. That was a hard shot coming from the left side. But now skating the other way. Freeze. Parker out. Tries to score. Coverage there. Defensive
shot out there. You're going to call the hook when he's free.
Parker Mop shot like his official here, but so 2 and the box. But you know, most people, it's a shame that you have to try to penalize him for that, because that guy's got moves on top of moves, and I think his moves have moves. Am I correct in saying that, Jared?
I believe
right there in the right order. Minute 27 remaining here in the first. On the draw, excuse me, Phoenix McElroy Scott for the Rumblebees. Moskal looking, sends it to Esri, back to Moskal center, fakes a shot, winds up off the right skate there of Joel Eisenhower. So the Icebreakers now with the Lake Health power play advantage in a 4-on-3 scenario. Duncan winds up, that one goes just wide right of the net. Net makes a little movement there. Ooh, and a wind up and a shot from Phoenix McElroy Scott to Mark Esri, but no whistle there.
Good hard hit from McElroy on Mark Esri.
And Esri's kept his composure. While he hasn't scored, he seems even more mature on the ice in taking some of those blows and fisticuffs. So see if that continues. Duncan now tries to work it. Center to Esri, and he almost had it all pay off there, but it deflects off of Eisenhower's jersey. And now Duncan sends it up. Trying to work it left. Moskal center now. Duncan back to Fowler, and the give and go from Brody Duncan, the Toledo, Ohio native.
That's just
to the Oxford, Michigan native, Stephen Fowler.
The textbook power play clinic put on by the Icebreakers right there.
Gotta love the power play goals, and that one comes at a crucial time. We also have been on the other hand of this, giving up a goal late in the period. It feels good to be on the other hand. Duncan worked it left to center to Fowler, and a 5-goal first period.
The second time in the last 2 weeks the Icebreakers have a 5-goal period against the Rumblebees.
Wow. All kinds of excitement here from Menor Civic Ice Arena. 5-2 is the score. First period action. Jam-packed Menor Civic Ice Arena. They were at the rink at Battle Creek last night, where they won 5-3, and we're almost there here in the first period. On pace for one of the higher scoring affairs of the year. I know the Icebreakers had 7 in an earlier contest against Battle Creek last weekend. officials discussing something. We'd like to tell you, you want a great view? How about the Founders Room, the ultimate Icebreakers experience? Purchase tickets for a Founders Room and enjoy restaurant quality food as well as a chance to meet head coach Ian Duncan and the Icebreakers player each and every home game. Tickets start at just $30 and are available at MentorIcebreakers.com or calling 440-290-8502. And don't forget, season ticket packages are still available, starting at under $12 per seat. A brand new 7-game flex package is also available, giving you season ticket vouchers to use at any home game this season. Call the same number, that office, 440-290-8502, or visit MentorIcebreakers.com. All kinds of new things here, Jared. The Booster Club, the Kids Club. How about the Jumbotron? All kinds of new things buzzing here at Mentor Civic Ice Arena.
Looks like they're trying to fix an issue with the scoreboard right now. That's the reason for the delay. That last Icebreakers power play goal was by Alex Morrow off an assist from Brody Duncan. Makes the Icebreakers 2 for 3 on the power play. It's the first time this season they've scored 2 power play goals in one game.
And if you can't make it to the next Icebreakers game, don't miss out on any of the action. All home and away games can be streamed live on YouTube, the official streaming home of the Federal Prospect Hockey League. Catch the Icebreakers on the road next Friday, November 15th, as they take on the Delaware Thunder on the road for the first time this season. The game will be available on the Thunder's YouTube channel, and then we'll welcome in the Delaware Thunder and the Danville Dashers Saturday and Sunday to finish out a split weekend series. And that'll be the first trips for both Delaware and Danville to Mentor Civic Ice Arena this year. Danville, of course, we played last year, had some classic battles with them here, including that overtime big win over the Dashers on March 10th. But it'll be the Delaware Thunder's first trip here as an expansion team. We also have some action going on, a 6:05 start between Danbury and Carolina. We'll get you some information when we return from the intermission, as well as Delaware and Elmira, a 7:05 start. Watertown and Danville at 7:05. And Columbus and Porter at 7:35. And there's the Diesel. Rev him up. He's full of it. Gas. Load him up. And here we go. Down the freeway and down on the ice. Celebrity contract for Mark Diesel. Mark Diesel and Zach Ziegler trading fisticuffs. 2 big hosses there. The fans love it. Diesel is sent packing off the ice. High-fiving the fans who love it.
That's the first time I've ever seen 2 guys hug after they fight.
Not too much animosity on that fight. That was a friendly fisticuffs as they come. 22.6 seconds remaining here in the first period. 5 minutes on the penalty there for Diesel.
I think they're just working out some issues with the scoreboard. That was Lee J. McGinnis fighting Diesel there.
Oh, Lee J. McGinnis. We had him at 85, so we will correct that. He is now at number 91 for the evening. Apologize for the wrong number there. So we're almost out of the first period. We've had a celebrity fight, 7 goals collectively scored, 2 power play goals, and a hat trick. How about that, Jared? Welcome home.
Pretty eventful way to start off the season in Mentor.
A very eventful way, 14-7 shot on goal advantage in favor of the Icebreakers. And we'll have a draw at center ice. It'll be Vaughn Closton. And he wins it. Duncan now to Esri. Esri works it up. Pickpocketed there by the Rumblebees. And another whistle on the ice. We can't get out of the first period. 5 seconds left on the clock.
That'll be an offsides call, I believe.
So great to be back here from the Breakers broadcast booth. It's so great to have you listening at home on YouTube.com. Hope you're enjoying the stream from wherever you are. We appreciate you listening to us and making us a part of your Saturday night. Hope you're enjoying relaxing here and it's not too cold wherever you are. Esri now works at slot, and that one will go wide right, and that'll get zeros up on the scoreboard. Shot on goal advantage, Mentor 14, Battle Creek 7, and the Icebreakers up 5-2 in the home opener here from Mentor Civic Ice Arena.
About as solid of a period you could expect from the Icebreakers. I'm sure Rudebush isn't too happy with his performance. Gave up a couple of goals on 7 shots, but overall, 5 goals, a hat trick. You can't ask for much more.
And you could shake it off and come back because you have the 3-goal advantage lead at this point. So we're going to take a quick break. When we return from the intermission, we'll update you on all the FPHL scores around the board. And we'll get set for the second period of play from Menor Civic Ice Arena. Keep it right here on YouTube.com, your official home and away home for all Menor Icebreakers games. Welcome back to Mentor Civic Ice Arena, where the score is the Icebreakers 5 and the Battle Creek Rumblebees 2. First period of the season home opener in the books, and it was a 5-goal period, including a hat trick from John Butita. We got wild man Jared Tennant with us at color commentary, and Jared, what a first period for the Icebreakers. But before we dive into that, let's take a look around the FPHL as we've got a full slate of games here tonight. So let's see, we got, of course, 5-2 here, and then loading the score for Danbury and Carolina. The hat tricks, one of the expansion teams. Second period action, all tied up at 3 with first place Carolina. Hat tricks have been one of the tougher expansion teams so far this season. Hats off to them. Carolina just adds one, though, so it's now 4-3, but they're in it. The Delaware Thunder are up 1-0 on the Elmira Enforcers in an Eastern Division matchup. And also, we got Columbus, Port Huron, and Watertown and Danville as we get those scores to you here momentarily. But thank you for making us a part of your Saturday night as we get set for the second period of play. It was John Butita scoring the first goal, deflecting the Brody Duncan slap shot left side just 54 seconds into the first period. Then it was Zach McKenna on the turn and shoot from the slot, scoring to the top right corner with Isaiah Crawford and Nikita Sedenko on the double assist. 9:07 remaining. It was a dazzling stick-handling play by Parker Moskal to set up Butita on his second goal. And it was 3-0 Mentor at that point. Then 4 minutes, 2 seconds remaining. Eli Kinsman scored one for Battle Creek, and it was 3-1. Went off of Rodovich's glove and cycled around the net. That made it 3-1. 14 seconds later, 3:48 remaining. And from the slot of the net, it was Butita to earn the hat trick. And while announcing, it was John Champlain 6 seconds later to make it 4-2. Finally, the Icebreakers score the fifth one, 24.6 seconds remaining when Brody Duncan left to center pass to Stephen Fowler on the finish. Makes it 5-2 Icebreakers here at the end of the first period of play. Moe's Southwest Grill caters any event, office lunches, house parties, tailgates, weddings, ballet recitals, and yes, thumb wrestling tournaments. Moe's Catering will fill your fajita, taco, and nacho bars with fresh and flavorful ingredients that are sure to please everyone. Just order at moes.com/catering or visit us at our Mentor, South Euclid, or Mayfield Stars. Welcome to Moe's, and there are 2 Moe's locations in Mentor. Fans, remember to visit our mobile team shop next to the bleachers to get your official Icebreakers merchandise the next time you're here. Gear up for the season with the only source for your official Icebreakers merchandise. Next weekend, join us as we honor those who are serving and have served during our military weekend presented by Habco Tool and Development. The Icebreakers will take on the Delaware Thunder on Saturday, November 16th, and the Danville Dashers on Sunday, November 17th, while wearing special military jerseys courtesy of Habco. The jerseys will be auctioned off on the Live Source app following the weekend's games. Proceeds from the auction will be donated to charities supporting active and veteran military members. Also, the team will be collecting donations of warming items such as hats, gloves for the Sub-Zero mission throughout the weekend. All fans that bring a donation will receive a voucher for a free ticket to a future Icebreakers game during the 2019 and 20 season. That'll be a cool weekend where we'll see 2 different teams on the split home and away series. Lots of cool things happening here at the Mentor Civic Ice Arena.
Looks like Battle Creek has made a change in net. I believe that's Jake Mullen replacing Joel Eisenhower after Eisenhower gave up those 5 first period goals.
Eisenhower, of course, played some down the stretch of the year last year in the Icebreakers inaugural season. And, of course, we'd be remiss without thanking our athletic trainers of Lake Health, Chris Lewis, Rashawn Bailey, Cassie Mann, and Malia Harwood, as well as Lake Health for providing medical staff for tonight's game and throughout the season. So we're underway here for the second period, and the Icebreakers in the double blue will move from left to right They'll begin with the Lake Health power play for the first 24 seconds of the period. Esri sends one off the backboards and a whistle at 19:44 remaining. Battle Creek will move right to left this period in their yellow and black jerseys with white trim and the honeycomb decal down the side. They play all their home games at the rink at Battle Creek with a similar arena capacity of 1,600, making their debut this year. And the last time hockey was in Battle Creek was the Revolution, who played in the All-American Hockey League from 2008 to 2011. They also had the Junior Revolution for the North American 3 Hockey League from 2010 to 2014. But hockey back in Battle Creek, and how about a puck back in the net for the Menor Icebreakers. 30 seconds in, with 4 seconds remaining on the power play. That's the third Icebreaker power play goal.
Looks like that one's going to get waved off.
Oh, how about that?
Isaiah
We get all excited for nothing.
Isaiah Crawford looking for his first goal of the year. But I believe the net came off before the puck went into the back of the net. That's what Mullen was signaling.
That one was close, but they'll wave it off. So no score on the scoreboard, no power play goal here, but the power play continues on as it looks like another Rumblebee is going to the box.
I didn't see what happened, but if he pushed the net off, that might be a delay of game.
That's Gino Mini.
Number 16, Gino Mini. 2 minutes for holding.
Holding call on Mini.
So one power play expires, but another Lake Health power play. Big thanks to Lake Health for all that they do. Icebreakers trying to put one in here. 14-7 shot on goal advantage. 19-12 remaining here in the first period of play. They've got it left side. Cycle back to the blue line to Duncan. He works it right side to Fowler. Fowler trying to get up to Esri, but it goes off of the Rumblebees skate, and here they come the other way. Rumblebees on the push. They'll bounce that one off the far boards, and Brody Duncan will pick up the puck. He works at center ice to Mark Esri. Esri dekes through a defender, looking to get the shot off. Now he's chased behind the net, and he'll have to work it all the way back to the blue line. Now to Fowler at the right side. Fowler winds up, almost goes off of the stick of Farrington on the deflection, but a good job on the closeout by the Rumblebees. Minute 6 remaining here in the Lake Health power play. 18:32 remaining here in the second period of play, and then we'll head to the Labatt Blue second intermission. Fowler at the blue line right side. He gets it up to Duncan. Duncan loses control of the puck, and now the Rumblebees will dump it down all the way coast to coast at the other end of the ice, where Austin Rodebush will come out for it, dump it off to Stephen Fowler, works it up to Esri. He's along the near boards. Now they work at center, trying to make something happen here, but the Rumblebees put in on the pressure. Stephen Fowler, left side blue line to Moscow, right side. Moscow looking, surveying his options, as only he can survey them. He sees things others don't out there, and that's been one of the impressive things of him getting so many points for the Icebreakers, both on the assist and on the goal scored. Esri with a nice move there. The fake gets it center to Sedenko. Sedenko off of Butita's stick, and that one goes high into the air. Now back in control to the Icebreakers. Moscow works it left side to Esri. Cycles it back to Clauston. Clauston to Moscow, centers it. Sets the shot up, but it goes off of one of the Rumblebee defenders.
Power play's over, but that was another pretty good power play. A couple of good scoring chances for the Icebreakers.
17:24 remaining here in the first period. 17-7 the shot on goal advantage for the Icebreakers. That one will go all the way down to the other end of the net and behind the Icebreakers net, and they'll draw a whistle here. 17-14 remaining.
Don't forget, season ticket packages are still available, starting at less than $12 per seat.
And remember, if you can't make it to the next Icebreakers game, don't miss out on any of the action. All home and away games can be streamed live on YouTube, the official streaming home of the Federal Prospect Hockey League. Catch the Icebreakers on the road next Friday, November 15th, as they take on the Delaware Thunder. The game will be available on the Thunder's YouTube channel. Big thank to Casey Healy on the video stream, Larry Rommel and Al Moon rocking out the sound crew, Scott Tennant on the PA announcing, Jared Tennant color commentary, and you listening at home and the rest of the great Icebreaker staff as well. Diaz back into the game. Haven't seen him in a little bit. And McKenna on the change as well. A few of the new faces who have contributed right off of the bat for the Icebreakers. Rumblebees get control of the puck. That is John Champlain. And now here they come. Down the left side. That's Nathan Margits. Pickpocketed though by Conway. Conway gets it center to Moscow. Moscow takes an elbow from behind. Now battling for control of the puck. Icebreakers seem to gain control of it, but right back to Battle Creek, and here they come on the far boards. They work at center ice. And now a whistle on the ice with 16:24 remaining.
We haven't talked about it yet, but Parker Moskal has 3 assists. He's factored into 3 of the 5 goals tonight already.
16:24 remaining now in the second period of play. And Mark Steele was the Rumblebee that had the pressure there on the counterattack for the Rumblebees. Scored 2 goals in the first period of play, but Menor with 5. These teams have seen quite a bit of each other here to start the year. That was Watertown last season. We knew the Wolves roster as well as the Icebreakers roster over the first couple of weekends.
And Malia Harwood, as well as Lake Health, for providing medical staff for tonight's game and throughout the
I'd like to thank a few of our sponsors. Marco's Pizza locations in Menor on the Lake, Willoughby, Painesville, and South Euclid. Kemp LLC, Conway Land Title, Toe Drag Apparel, CSP Insurance, Wingate by Wyndham Hotel, and the Market Street Family Restaurant. We'll tell you more of the sponsors, but we got a draw now here by the blue line nearest the Icebreakers net. Icebreakers gain control. Joseph Keenan works it to Duncan, a little back and forth here as the Rumblebees apply some forechecking pressure. Crawford loses control of the puck. And the Rumblebees battling to keep control of it themselves. Ryan Alvis sent it, but now Icebreakers quickly the other way. Morrow centers it to Fowler, just a little out of his reach. And here come the Rumblebees on the far boards. Stolen, though, by Isaiah Crawford. Crawford on the blue line, winds up, and it just goes past the right net there of the Rumblebees goaltender. They made the switch at the end of the first period, but right now it's 5-2 Icebreakers, and here come the Rumblebees on the near boards. Stolen there by Fowler. Fowler flips it into the air, and hot in pursuit is Morrow and Crawford, but the Rumblebees defender sends it back now in the neutral zone. Fowler's got it. Blue line skates through, looking to make something happen. Pushed into the corner and centers it all the way over to Alex Morrow. Morrow now back to Duncan. Winds up, slash shot, goes behind the net. Rumblebees doing good closeout defense here, but Icebreakers keep rattling off the shots, trying to put one in for the first one of the second period. Nice pass there to Morrow, but just out of his reach. And here comes Margits the other way, and Alves. Now Carndeep Nat sends it down the line, but that pass goes to Joseph Keenan. Keenan getting the heavy pressure from Aaron Bessie. Aaron Bessie, the Lansing, Michigan native, still playing from his home state, the Battle Creek Rumblebees, and now they're trying to set up an offensive play of their own. That's Eli Kinsman trying to backhand pass it up to Phoenix McElroy Scott, but they can't quite keep control. Bodies falling to the ice here now. Eli Kinsman back in control of the puck in the left defensive circle, works it back to the blue line to Gino Mini. Now the wind-up shot, that's from Anthony Miller, and here comes the other way. Here comes Sedenko. Sedenko centers it to Isery. Oh, and Isery almost had his first goal of the 28-19 2020 campaign, but a whistle on the ice. 14-19 remaining. Icebreakers with the 18-8 shot on goal advantage.
Well, Isery drew a penalty back in the defensive zone and nearly had himself a goal right there. Just barely missed it.
So 14-19 remaining, 18-8. And going to the box now is Gino Mini for the second time. That puts the Icebreakers on the Lake Health power play. Big thank you to Lake Health for providing the medical staff for tonight's game, as well as training facilities for our players to use all season long at the Live Healthy Fitness Center in the Brunner Sandin Dietrich Wellness Campus right here in Menor. You'll enjoy convenient hours, state-of-the-art exercise equipment, and friendly, experienced staff to help you meet your goals. And roughing is the call on Mini.
The Menor Icebreakers once again on the Lake Health power play.
Moscow now a little give and go to Butita already with the hat trick. Trying to sneak one in there was Vaughn Clauston, fresh off his 2-goal performance last night. Now Butita sends it right side, neutral zone to Conway. Now back to Butita, just wide right, and Icebreakers trying to get their third power play goal of the evening, as the last one was called off earlier. It would have been Isaiah Crawford's first of the year and as an Icebreaker. A lot of action here near the net. Icebreakers, 1:06 remaining on that power play. Parker Moskal sends one to Clauston, who sent a high pass chest level in, but it deflects off. Now here we go again. Moskal trying to set it up between the circles, and he tries to put it between the pipes, and the red light goes on, and that is the 6th goal and first of the period for your Icebreakers.
Didn't see who scored that one. Just a big scramble in front, and again, the Icebreakers found a way to get it in the back of the net.
And it all started with Parker Moskal. He skated right between the two defensive circles, and that set up the action there in the slot of the net. And just like that, the Icebreakers, 6th goal of the season, one more will tie their season most of 7, which happened against Battle Creek. So we'll see what happens. Plenty of hockey left here. 13:07 remaining here in the second period of play.
Icebreakers goal is second of the game, third of the season, scored by number 20, Zach McKenna.
That is McKenna again on that goal.
And we talked about McKenna has been turning it on.
And a correction, Isaiah Crawford actually did score against Rumble Bees last week.
Oh, and Mesri almost 360 spins it in from the slot. Yeah, Crawford was, correct us, one of the many Icebreakers that scored where there were 3 different Icebreakers score in one game along with Jackson Tucker, and McKenna put one in. So now McKenna scores his 2nd of the night, and another great pickup. Esri sends that one just wide left. 21 shots on goal for the Icebreakers. Esri being bodied up there by Rick Siegel. .12:13 remaining here in the second period of play. And now that one goes all the way down to the net where Rodebush will set that one just over the clearance of our skating official. So 11:54 remaining. Thank you for sticking with us here on YouTube. Official home now for the Menor Icebreakers. And a whistle on the ice there. I want to tell you a couple more of our great sponsors. Global Real Estate Advisors, Spuddy's Tavern, Vitamix, Homelight, an online real estate company, Lake Erie Marine Sales, Mosaic Properties LLC, Stadium Grill, Preston Products LLC, Bethlehem Christmas Light Park, Canyon Winery, Habco Tools Development, McCary & Sons, Nova Southeastern University, and we'll tell you a few more in just a moment.
That was the 3rd power play goal of the game for the Icebreakers. Last time they had 3 power play goals in a game. Came back on that 8-7 overtime win over Danville on March 10th.
We've mentioned that great game several times, and what a game that was, and what a game this is. And also credit on that assist was Vaughn Clauston and Parker Moskal both got credit on that power play goal, and that setup. Again, Moskal skated right between the two defensive circles, and that one skates right over the head of the Battle Creek bench, out of play. 11:17 remaining. Also want to thank the Menor Ice Arena, Fitness First, Ganley Village Automotive, and JD Cleaners, your official dry cleaning home of the Menor Icebreakers. All of our great Icebreakers corporate sponsors, appreciate them all, and Lake Health as well. And you listening, draw here at the neutral zone. Icebreakers win it. Keenan to Duncan, little give and go passing here in the defensive zone, and they'll send that one up towards the net of the Rumblebees. Rumblebees still looking for what would be their first victory as a franchise. 0-5 start. Icebreakers started 0-6 last year, so we can sympathize in that respect. But this year, it's a different tune for Menor as the guys in double blue off to a 4-1 start and a 6-2 lead right now. Bodied up there on the far boards is Zach McKenna trying to break free from that nest of players there. And here they come. But what a great forechecking presence by newcomer Nikita Sedenko. Also in on it is Zach McKenna, and they earned the puck back here, control of it. Crawford will skate over the right defensive circle, and great forechecking presence here by the Icebreakers. 2 guys in the slot, one of them Crawford, and I thought he put it in that left corner, but a good closeout by the Rumblebees.
It's a great save by Mullen, just closed the 5-hole right in time.
Yeah, Jake Mullen, the lefty, 6'3", 191. Out of Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. And he took over for the Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania native Joel Eisenhower and former Icebreaker. We're going to have a face-off here at the right defensive circle. John Butita will take the charge for Menor. But first the official fixes the position of the net, and here we go. Both players a little jumpy, a little anxious to get that. Switching out will be Margetts, and coming in will be number 84, that's Carl Manson. Rumblebees have control of the puck, but heavy defensive forechecking pressure by the Icebreakers. Can they clear the circles? That's what they're aiming to do, and that's what they eventually will be able to do as they get it up to Malcolm Zander. dumps it behind the net. And a great crowd on hand here at Mentor Civic Ice Arena. Packed the bleachers. Tons of people in the Founders Suite. 9:50 remaining here in the second period of play. Headed towards the Labatt Blue second intermission.
Moscow was looking for his 5th assist of the game right there with a great pass to Butita right in front of the blue line, but John just couldn't get his stick on it.
And you got to remember that's because Moscow's moves have moves. We went over that in the first period, but for new listeners, Parker Moscow has so much stick handling agility. It's quite incredible. Remember, if you'd like to bring your group to the game, call 440-290-8502 or visit MentorIcebreakers.com. Tonight we welcome in the Mentor Youth Hockey Squirt 1 team and professional answering services.
Doing Icebreakers trivia here at Mentor Civic Ice Arena. Trying to figure out how many Icebreakers players are from Michigan.
Yeah, you gotta love the trivia time. You got the Jeopardy music going. How many players are from Michigan? Do you know at home? Because a few newcomers are from Michigan.
I would guess 5.
It is 5. You were right, Jared. You win.
Thanks for playing. That's right.
That's
oh.
Oh, 6.
6. Wait, let's
That
see
was
this.
close.
We got Braddock Odden from Detroit, Michigan. Isaiah Crawford from Detroit, Michigan. Stephen Fowler and Tim Perks, both from Oxford, Michigan. Vaughn Clauston is from Rochester Hills, Michigan.
And Richie Pinkowski's from Allen Park.
Allen Park, Michigan. 6 Icebreakers from the state of Michigan. And if you're an Ohio State Buckeye fan who beat Maryland today, we won't hold it against them that they're from Michigan. Well, I'm not big into the Buckeye-Wolverine rivalry. Of course I root for the Buckeyes, but not too invested in. I'm more invested right here in the action at Mentor Civic Ice Arena, where your Icebreakers are off to a 6-2 lead, 9:17 remaining in the second period. Esri almost had a chance for a breakaway, but eventually the Battle Creek defensive line, what a move there. Nobody was home for Stephen Fowler's twist pass, but it was a nice looking pass, and now he's trying to reset it up to the slot, and then Esri sends it off the back glass right in front of the Icebreaker faithful fans. They have had plenty of shots on goal, 23 of them to be exact, to the 9 for the Rumblebees. And it's been a very impressive effort so far. Henry Berger in for the Icebreakers, another one of the newcomers. He's from a little further than Michigan, Claremont, California. Trying to get a shot off here down in the circles, but Battle Creek doing a good job closing it out. But still, Mentor pickpockets about every third pass, keeping the puck down here, and that puck has been in the Battle Creek defensive zone over those circles for a good portion of tonight's game. Fast break the other way, though. I believe that's Margate. No, 61.
Ryan Alves.
Ryan Alves, former Icebreaker and Dasher, trying to set something up, but nothing there. And here comes Morrow the other way. Actually bumped into the official unintentionally, and they'll lose control of the puck momentarily and have to cycle it back. That one will slide all the way down to Mullen, who will quickly get that one out of dodge. And a whistle on the ice now with 7:49 remaining.
Battle Creek's been held to only 9 shots on goal so far. 7:49 left in the second period. Just another good defensive showing by the Icebreakers.
Yeah, the team from Northwest Calhoun County in Michigan trying to get their first win. And right now, 2 players trying to get the last word. That's Alex Morrow and Gino Mini. And Mini has been in the box twice tonight for the Rumblebees. And he's not going to the box right now, but heads off to the bench as the officials sorting this one out. Zach McKenna took a sturdy blow from Battle Creek, being helped off by our great Lake Health athletic trainers. A big thank you to them. They do a wonderful job every game keeping our players safe. So a big shout out to them. Big thank you to CSP Insurance Solutions for providing tonight's giveaway of the sticky schedule. A little magnet so you keep track of all the Icebreakers action, which we've got coming up next week. A split series where we travel to Delaware and then host in Delaware at 6:30 next Saturday, second home game, and then a 3 o'clock first afternoon game on the 17th. The Dashers come to town. So now action down here in the defensive zone of the Icebreakers. There's Slam out there, best mascot in the FPHL. I know BB Sting might have something to say about that, but we here love our Slam, right, Jared?
Always got to love Slam.
Shot gets deflected off a Mullen's skate there. Now Parker Moskal works it behind the net to Butita. He's got a man right there in front of the net, and that man is the Painesville, Ohio native, Declan Conway, and he puts the puck into the net, and it's a 7-2 game. The Icebreakers tie their season most performance in goals scored this year with 7, both times against the Rumblebees.
That's been the story, really, of this 4-game series between these two teams, is that line of Parker Moskal, Declan Conway, and John Butita. The Rumblebees really have had no answer for them all series long. It's another goal for them. I believe that's the 5th assist of the night from Parker Moskal.
Parker Moskal has been a man on a mission, dishing out assists left, right, and center, and Declan Conway picks up another goal for him. He's one of the top goal scorers on the season. That is Declan Conway's 4th of the season. Almost another shot on goal from Farrington, who kind of backhand chopped it. Now at the right blue line is Diaz. Diaz works it to Fowler, and a whistle on the ice, 6:55 remaining.
The net might have came off again. Had problems with that last year, hoping it wouldn't be an issue this year, but so far it's not looking good.
Yeah, we talked about the net. A decent amount in play-by-play. It's like the unmanned player. So 28-9 shots on goal, Jared. What's been the key for the Icebreakers having an almost plus 20 shot on goal differential?
A lot of the speed and skill the Icebreakers have up front this year, Battle Creek just has not had an answer.
Brody Duncan at the left side of the blue line, chips it behind the net. Icebreakers scored 7 earlier this season against the Rumblebees, and they tie that effort tonight, looking to add more as there's still a period and a half remaining. And I think safe to say that the fans here at Menor Civic Ice Arena are having a great time. You're going to have to check out a game. Visit MenorIcebreakers.com. All kinds of tickets, 7-game packages, season ticket packages, Founders Room Suite, group rates. Go to MenorIcebreakers.com for all the information.
Good start to the season attendance-wise. The first crowd we've ever had of 700 plus.
Yeah, great crowd on hand, and we hope you're having a good time listening to it on YouTube. And hey, guess who's back? The Nature Boy Ric Flair, as everyone is wooing here throughout the Menor Civic Ice Arena. And the Rumblebees have had a great difficulty dealing with the Icebreakers forechecking. They've had to settle for clearing it down and icing penalties because the Icebreakers' defensive pressure has been constant.
Out-of-town scoreboard. In Danbury, the host Whalers find themselves trailing the Carolina Thunderbirds. That by a 5-4 score in the second
Got some
period.
updated scores for you. The Thunderbirds up 1 still, but now 5-4 over the Hat-Tricks.
Danbury's playing some really good hockey right now after a tough start.
A very strong expansion effort. Thunder up 1-0. Port Huron and Columbus scoreless. And your action around the FPHL will also try to get you a score from Watertown and Danville. Should be underway.
Game starts in about a minute or two. They're in Danville, so.
Oh, the time differential. That's what it is, because they are in Central Time. They're in Danville, Illinois. Dashers will be in our Eastern Standard Time zone next weekend on Sunday. Not before a road and home game against Delaware. Seeing the different expansion teams here, a few of them early. Chips it down here on the near boards does Battle Creek. The yellow-black attack trying to add to their goals. They've been a bit quiet here in the second period. Now here comes Isaiah Crawford right in front of us, down the line, in front of the glass. Stick handles past the defender, but eventually gets bodied up there. And the puck's coming the other way. And that is Carndeep Nat. Nat finds 61 Ryan Alves right in the slot, but gets tipped up and over the net into the safety net.
Great scoring chance for the Rumblebees. Just Alves banged it off the crossbar that time.
Yeah, it was a good setup, and you want to see a good setup? Our mobile team shop next to the bleachers, where you can only get official Icebreakers merchandise. Gear up for the Icebreakers season all year long. Hats, gloves, t-shirts, hats, jackets, jerseys, and much more. Pennants. Next time you're here, go to the mobile team shop. We got a pennant right here in the Breakers broadcast booth, cheering on the Menor Icebreakers. And that puck goes out of play right past the Battle Creek bench. 5 minutes even left, 29-10, the shot on goal advantage for the Icebreakers.
For providing the medical staff for tonight's game.
So Butita now, in terms of points, started the night out with 9 points, has himself a 4-point night. Right now, that would tie him for the league lead in scoring as well as goals.
And John Butita has finished the season strongly and has picked it up only more to start this second season in Icebreakers history. And the Diesel is back out onto the ice. Mark Diesely.
You have to think that with Butita, maybe 14 points in 6 games after tonight, you'd think the SPHL would come calling sooner rather than later.
Shh. No, we want everybody to move up and forward, but you'd hate to lose them at the same time. That's how it goes in pro hockey, the ladder. While we have them, we'll take them. And here they come, Parker Moskal, over the blue line through the neutral zone. Oh, he takes a shoulder into the rib cage from Gino Mini. Maybe Mini wants a third trip to the box. I don't know.
A couple of times there, just some good hip checks by the Rumblebees on Parker Moskal when he tries to deke around him. Sometimes being fancy like that doesn't always pay off.
Well, sometimes you deke and you get dunked. And now that one will go all the way down towards Mullen and the Rumblebees defensive zone. Declan Conway, on the forechecking, but the Rumblebees able to get it center ice. 4:06 remaining here. Behind the net now, Rodovich will come out. As will Joseph Keenan, and the Rumblebees now applying their forechecking pressure. It's allowed them to get control of the puck here in the neutral zone. Trying to get a shot on goal. It's been a little bit of a quiet spell for them. Sedenko cuts him off. Sedenko works it up to Moskal now. Moskal picking up momentum over the blue line towards the left boards, and he'll take a Rumblebee to dice that time and exchanging a few pleasantries, or maybe less than pleasantries.
It's like Moskal dodged the hit there from the Rumblebees player, couldn't catch his number, but he kind of gave him a little cross check. I think they're going to get him for that, send Moskal to the box.
Yeah, Moskal, I think what he was basically saying, if we could paraphrase from up here, is didn't get me that time, but kind of shoved it in his face literally, and that was crossing the line. But he didn't get him that time, although the Icebreakers are the ones that suffer as Moskal goes to the box and the Icebreakers on the penalty kill for the next 2 minutes. That'll put us to 1 minute and 40 seconds left here, the second period of play.
Parker, I think he's taken one too many hits tonight, and he was getting a little bit tired of it there on that play.
Parker Moskal having a huge night, dishing him out from San Diego, California. He's got a birthday coming up next Saturday. The lefty, 6'2", 195. Interference is the penalty against him here. And we'll see if the Rumblebees can get anything going in the final couple minutes being on the power play. Slam and the fans getting excited here to close out the period. Icebreakers with a 5-goal advantage, and on the change, checking in is Stephen Fowler. So it was 5-2 at the end of one, 2-0 so far this second period. Rumblebees picking up steam, crossing over center. It's Carl Manson and Lee J. McGinnis lost the stick and put his hands up in the air. He's totally innocent. I don't know what he was innocent from, but he dropped his stick and just waved his hands in the air and went to the bench.
2:49 left here in the second period of play. 1:10 left on the Moskal penalty.
And we'll have a face-off now near the blue line in the neutral zone, closest to the Icebreakers net. Rumblebees trying to make something happen. Men are trying to avoid something happening. Oh, almost had Esri on a fast break. Was Clauston. Esri will skate down to try to get it. He's challenged by Mullen. Takes a seat on the ice, and here come the Rumblebees the other way. But nice stick handle there by Fowler. Esri's got a chance here to set it up. And there it is, the back of the net. He says it's about time. It's about time.
I think Mullen wants that one back. Looks like Esri kind of caught him off guard with the backhander from a tough angle. Snuck it through the pads that time. That's the first goal of the year for Mark. Makes it 8-2 Icebreakers. Fourth shorthanded goal of the year, leads the league.
Mark Esri with a 23-28-51 scoring line last year. The inaugural winner of our Slammer Award. He's had a pair of assists, but he feels good about that one because not only is it his first goal of the season, breaking that schneid, but also now the Icebreakers at 8 goals, the most goals scored in the 2019 season. And if you look back on the history pages. The most goals ever scored in one game in Icebreaker history is 11 back on February 9th of this year against Port Huron. That was 11-7, if you remember. More points scored in that game than the Super Bowl.
That definitely was a crazy one here. We've had some good games last year or so at Menor Civic Ice Arena.
And how about also on that, Fowler's ability to keep it alive, as it looked like the Rumble Beasts were going to be on the counter. And he tapped it up to Esri, who stayed up there and was able to skate center from the left side.
Initially, it looked like Esri had just missed the stretch pass from the Icebreakers' defensive zone. He caught up to the puck and made a scoring chance out of nothing.
So 8-2, 2:17 remaining here in the second period before the Labatt Blue intermission. Thanks again for listening here on YouTube.com, your home and away home for all Menor Icebreakers games. And that was a shorthanded goal as well. That was on the penalty kill. As you said earlier, Jared, the Icebreakers have been one of the league's best when on the penalty kill scoring.
And we mentioned earlier to watch out for the counterattack when they're on the penalty kill, and it came through for them again tonight.
Yeah, they have been very improved in that category this year. 30 shots on goal overall to the 10 for Battle Creek. As we wind the second period down in front of a jam-packed Menor Civic Ice Arena. All the Fanatics here to see the home opener. Last team to have a home opener. And now playing a little keep away from the Battle Creek line. Clauston sends it off the far boards to Conway. He's had a goal tonight. Slides on the ice down. Able to regain his composure, though. And sends it right side, but an errant pass, and Battle Creek will dump it behind the net. And we'll add that 8th goal to the scoreboard, as we said. Most goals this season.
Less than 1 minute remaining in the second period of play.
Under a minute remaining here in the second period. Icebreakers with an impressive 3-0 period thus far. Rumblebees trying to set up a shot here and get a late goal like Menor did. That one was in the danger zone, but Isaiah Crawford will come up and scoop that one up, and he gets it to Moskal over center ice. Moskal has Conway now sliding center. Conway struggling to keep his footing here, though, on this ice so far last couple of minutes, but here he comes the other way. That is Anthony Miller for the Rumblebees. Miller dumps it off into the corner to Carl Manson, but that will draw a whistle on the ice with only 23.8 seconds remaining here in the second period of play.
I think it might have been a hooking call on Joe Keenan, so the Rumblebees will get another power play.
So the penalty kill will take place now. That 2 minutes will carry over into the beginning moments of the third period of play, and for the final 23.8 here. Face off here in the right defensive circle. Battle Creek will win it. They get it center blue line to Aaron Bessie. At those stripes down the middle of their jerseys. Trying to find anyone in stripes. Lee J. McGinnis now behind the net and pull one in the back of the net. Manson now back to Bessie. Good closeout by Rodebush. He protected that one, and that'll get zeros up on the scoreboard. So at the end of 2, it is now Icebreakers 8. Yeah, you heard me correct. Icebreakers 8 most of the year. And the Battle Creek Rumblebees 2. Big period for the Icebreakers, Jared.
Not sure what to expect here in the third period. With the Icebreakers, this is kind of foreign territory from where they were last year. But I'm sure they have not forgotten some of the beatings they took last year from Watertown and Carolina early on in the season. It's hard to believe they're going to have much mercy in the final period. I hate to say it.
Well, when I talked to Coach Ian Duncan, and general manager, he had talked about how those guys that are returning, those 14 guys returning, learned so much through the roller coaster first year. But that builds character, it truly does. And they were on the ups and downs, both sides of that coin last year. But that you learn from that, and they have come back. And you see from those returning players, not to take anything away from the newcomers who have been an instant boost, but those players returning, you can see some maturity there on the ice.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at the core group of guys. Mark Essery, Nate Farrington, Alex Morrow, give a couple of those names. Those guys have been through it. They've seen some ugly losses, some great wins, and it's good to see them being rewarded earlier on this season.
They are battle ready, and it's time for the Labatt Blues second intermission in Chuckapuck. So we'll be back here on YouTube.com for the third period of play. Welcome back here from Menor Civic Ice Arena. The score, the Icebreakers 8, the Battle Creek Rumblebees 2. And the Vitamix shot on goal, 33 for the Icebreakers, 11 for the Rumblebees. It's been all Menor, but Battle Creek will have the penalty kill on their side for the first minute 37, as Joseph Keenan will be in the box to begin the first period of play, or the third period of play. Excuse me, the first period. You want to talk about the first period? How about a 5 goals in a period, for the Icebreakers. There were so many, you couldn't keep up with them. Battle Creek added 2, and then last period, the Icebreakers shut out the Rumblebees 3-0, and that's where we're at, 8-2. Where are you going to be Monday? Is it going to be at Moe's, one of the 2 locations in Menor? Because it's Mo Monday, Jared. The weekend doesn't end on a lazy Sunday. It ends with Mo Monday. Visit our Menor, South Euclid, or Mayfield stores. Welcome to Moe's.
Just to quickly recap some of the stats from this game so far. Parker Moscow leads all scorers with 5 assists. John Butita's right behind him. He has a hat trick and an assist for 4 points. Zach McKenna with a 2-goal night. Declan Conway with a goal and an assist so far. Mark Essery and Alex Moore have also scored for the Icebreakers. For the Rumblebees, Eli Kinsman and John Champlain have the 2 goals so far.
And the yellow and black attack will move left to right in this period of play in their yellow and black jerseys with white trim. The Menor Icebreakers in the double blue will move right to left to begin the third period. We're 20 seconds away from the third period of the home opener here from Menor Civic Ice Arena. And the fans have had a treat tonight. CSP Insurance Solutions gave them the sticky schedule magnets. Light up the ice. Everybody got glow sticks and necklaces. And how about an 8-2 score through the first 2 periods? Waited for the scoreboard here, and we will be set to go for the final period of action. And we are underway now. So here we go, 19:48 remaining, and Battle Creek, again moving left to right in control of the puck. That was Nathan Margit sending it wide right. They'll cycle it back now to Anthony Miller. Miller with the give and go to Carl Manson, one of the top Rumblebee scorers. They'll work it up right side. Trying to get a shot off from the slot. Nice turn and shoot there. That was Margit's, but he takes a spill to the ice and it goes off the back glass wall. Now trying to get the rebound shot in and a whistle on the ice. 51 seconds remaining here in the penalty kill.
We are now going to announce the winning 50-50 raffle ticket number.
It's been a good night for the special teams so far for the Icebreakers. Already have 3 power play goals on 5 opportunities. Battle Creek 0 for 4 on the man advantage so far. Icebreakers are halfway to making that 0 for 5.
And that is some impressive stats in favor of Menor. And then we got the 50-50 here. Menor Civic Ice Arena for all the Icebreaker faithful fans. And now here comes the Icebreakers coming the other way. Declan Conway skates over the blue line and sends one up and over the bars off the safety net in front of the Founders Room.
There's a nice catch down there underneath the net, like a couple of Icebreakers fans standing behind the glass.
What a great crowd we announced tonight. A record high of 702 in attendance for the Icebreakers. Here at Menor Civic Ice, you got to check it out. Go to MenorIcebreakers.com for the full schedule. And thanks for listening on YouTube.com as well for all of our home Menor Icebreaker broadcasts. Here come the Rumblebees over center ice, but almost pickpocketed. Nate Farrington playing soccer. Drops his stick and kicks it across the ice. A last-second resort. Hey, as a soccer coach, I can appreciate the footwork, but wow, that was a first, Jared. Have you seen that before?
Surprised it actually worked for him. You see guys try to kick it a lot, but he went all out with that one.
He played it good because he dropped the stick and looked all around like, what am I supposed to do? Nate Farrington, oh man, that was classic. The East Freetown, Massachusetts righty. Now here come the Icebreakers. Butita with his hat trick. Moscow with his 5 assists almost adds a goal there that just goes wide right. What an impressive scoring line do the Icebreakers have. that Conway, Butina, Moscow line, and now you throw in Esri and a few others like McKenna. And we have some firepower, Jared.
Absolutely, that top line is as good as any top line in the league right now.
And if they can get some stout defensive play and some great work between the pipes, the Icebreakers will be a great team to watch all year. Now Butina sends that one, bounces off of the skate of Mullen. The rebound shot bounces back off of him, and the third one goes in.
That was Alex Morrow, second into the game for him.
Try once, try twice, try 3 times, and Alex Morrow puts it in. Number 5, Alex Morrow scores the goal for the Icebreakers. His first, I believe, of the season, or second.
That's his second goal of the night, actually. That whole play was started by Butita, who just took a soft shot trying to get a rebound in front. Took the third attempt until Morrow finally was able to put it in.
All kinds of excitement here at Menor Civic Ice Arena, and it is now 9-2 with 17-16 remaining.
Scored by number 5, Alex Morrow.
So Morrow with the 2-goal evening.
The assist to number 11,
Parker Moskal picks up his 6th assist. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5. 6 assists, Jared. We're not saying that wrong.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the most, tied for the most points an Icebreakers had in one game. I think we had a 6-point outing last year.
Well, I don't know as far as the points, but I can tell you that the most assists in one game was back on November 22nd, that epic home win against Carolina when Drake Hunter, who got called up to the Peoria Rivermen of the SPHL, had 4. Parker Moskal has not only tied that, he has eclipsed that now with 6. So that's a new record set tonight, is in the assist category for Parker Moskal, and the man from San Diego, California might not be done. So 9 goals, we're only 2 away from tying a record of goals scored. Not that it's all about how many goals scored in a game, but Parker Moskal does set a record tonight with those 6 dishes and assists. And the Icebreakers back on the Lake Health power play on the hooking call there against Nathan Margits. And just like that, the Icebreakers back on the power play. They've done equally well tonight on the penalty kill and power play. They've just done well tonight. And a shot from the slot, and Ezri's got his 2nd goal of the evening. He's off the schneid, and he's on a hot streak.
Like we said earlier, just the Rumble Bees don't have an answer. They've had a ton of struggles on the penalty kill early in the season, and this is really the game that's gotten the Icebreakers power play going. They were kind of middle of the pack before it, 21%, which is a great percentage, but in the FPHL, where there's all these power play units are, I mean, they score 2-3 goals a game, seems like routinely.
36 shots on goal to 11. I mean, I feel for Battle Creek's pain because it wasn't not long ago where we were in these exact scenarios early season. But on the other side of the coin, you're so happy to see the growth of the Icebreakers and able to succeed on this level. If you get Esri added into that scoring line, this scoring line is already on fire. It would be like sparks to a flame. And 10 goals scored today, another power play goal, and another opportunity into the net. And for Mark Esri, he's got to feel great because he was an FPHL award winner as a defenseman last year, the only Icebreaker to win so, and he won our Slammer. Hadn't scored yet and only a few assists, but now 2 goals tonight.
You're kind of making fun of that, the Mark Esri Defenseman of the Year thing last year, because he's not a defenseman, but I believe that they were trying to find an award for him as the best player on the Icebreakers.
He deserved an award, that's for sure, and that's why we gave him our Slammer from the Breakers broadcast booth as well. And I'm sure he wanted to get into the scoring action as that one deflects off of Rotobush's jersey there. Shot on goal for the Rumblebees, and they were due for one. But if you're Battle Creek, you just got to weather the storm because it does get better. Like I said, Menor started 0-6 last season. We have to be humble enough to know where we came from. And it all happens fast. And Battle Creek, probably the expansion team that could relate most to Menor, as they were the last one to join officially. Whereas Columbus, Danbury, and Delaware had a bit of an upper hand. in joining the league officially earlier. But right now they'll have the upper hand as the Icebreakers go on the penalty kill. And Vaughn Clauston, very upset. He's in the box for 2 minutes. I don't know. He's very upset about something. But
talking about Battle Creek being kind of relatable to the Icebreakers last year, it's more than just on the ice. I mean, the rink, the Icebreakers and Rumblebees have two of the smallest arenas in the FPHL. Market size is very similar, 51,000 people in Battle Creek. Just a lot of similarities, and I think it's kind of something that can give Rumblebees fans a little bit of hope. And right there,
there's a little bit of hope. A golden ray for the guys in yellow and black as they take one left side to the top right corner, and they get a power play goal. And that's the things, if you're a young expansion team, you want to start doing those little things right, like being able to score with an advantage. And Battle Creek, credit to them, puts one in the back of the net on their 14th shot on goal.
It's only the second power play goal the Icebreakers have given up all year.
And the expansion team gets it. You got to give credit to the Rumblebees' perseverance after that was a 4, 5, 6 goal unanswered run. They come back and pull one in the back of the net. So now 10-3. We will update the scoreboard on both accounts for you. So much action happening here. We're thankful that you are listening here. And we'd be very thankful if Icebreaker fans dropped off some Toys for Tots up until November 22nd. You could do that any home Icebreaker games.
Look at the Rumblebees roster. They do have some talent. Carl Manson's already his third goal of the year. He's a young kid. Vinny Susi's been pretty good for them so far. Nathan Margits is a guy who has FPHL experience, so it's going to get better for Battle Creek.
And he picks up an assist for them as well. He's had some points for them throughout the early going. And 14:33 remaining, 36-14. The shot on goal advantage as Esri dumps it behind the net. And the Rumblebees, of course, would like to get that first win. At this point, it probably will not be tonight, but you got to weather that storm and just get better every game. Icebreakers now, Esri being challenged up against the far boards. Good pressure there by the Rumblebees defensive line, led by Dave Nicoletti there. And it's been a great performance all around, team effort from the Icebreakers. Moskal 6 assists. Esri and Morrow with 2 goals apiece. And a hat trick. That happened all the way back in the first period alone. It was a self-contained hat trick in the first period. Another thing I think, Jared, you would agree, the very impressive forechecking presence from the Icebreakers tonight.
That was something we saw late in the season last year and it's carried over into this year. Part of the reason why they have 4 shorthanded goals on the season already.
Coach Ian Duncan's got to be very happy with that. Also takes some pressure off of the goalie at the other end, whoever it is, and it's been Rodebush so far this season, and he's done a good job. Looking to go 5-1, shakes off those couple of goals and plays pretty rock solid for quite some time before giving up a goal there, and that was on the penalty kill. So bodied up here against the back glass. There's a duel of Icebreakers and Rumblebees, getting a little physical and shovey there. Trying to clear it away and keep it down in the defensive zone of Battle Creek. Right in front of the net was Isaiah Crawford, but that puck skipped up in the air and then off the rebound, skips up and out of play. 13:24 remaining here in the third period of play. We'd like to thank our corporate sponsors, Marco's Pizza, Kemp LLC, Conway Land Title, Toe Drag Apparel, CSP Insurance, Wingate by Wyndham Hotel, Market Street Family Restaurant, Global Real Estate Fighters, Spuddy's Tavern, Vitamix, and we'll tell you more in just a moment as play has resumed here. Third period action in the home opener. Last team to have one, but it's been a doozy. And now Battle Creek being forechecked as we talked about. Good effort there by Stephen Fowler and John Butita as well. Battle Creek trying to get it out of their own defensive zone and are unable to do so. But Butita will get smashed between 2 pair of yellow and black jerseys. Now here come the Rumblebees the other way, led by Eli Kinsman. He's had a decent night for himself, tries to put the puck in front of him, but a little too far ahead. And the Icebreakers will send it into the neutral zone, chasing fastly after that's Fowler. Fowler tries to get that center pass to Moskal, which would have been dangerous. Moskal would have been one-on-one with Mullen. Butita now has it in the neutral zone, center ice to Moscow, left side. Centers it to Fowler. Fowler dekes him out. Oh, nice defensive move, though, there by number 27, John Champlain, to cut that energy off, and now it's going the other way. Here come the Rumblebees across the neutral zone. Sets a shot up that deflects off of Von Clauston's stick. Now behind the net. Carl Manson trying to center it. Here comes the Icebreakers on the counter. Brody Duncan crosses the center line. Centers the shot. No. Passes it to Moscow, left side. Moscow tries to get behind the net to Fowler, and it's a good closeout by the back line of the Rumblebees. They'll skip that one down the near boards. Clauston, though, intercepts the pass, gets it to Fowler. Fowler winds up, shot off Mullen. Still there. Pinkowski tries for his second goal of the season, but it's deflected out by Mullen. And here come the Rumblebees on the counter. Manson crosses over the blue line. Takes a shot. Nice one. Just misses wide right. 11:45 remaining here in the third period. Now, Pinkowski getting some minutes and had a near goal opportunity. He scored just the other night for his first time of the season. Big body up there by Declan Conway, who also added a goal tonight, his fourth of the season. Now behind the net, Battle Creek trying to clear this one out. That forechecking presence, Mark Esri in it. Diesel's there. Somebody's going to win a Diesel autographed jersey, we just found out, if they have the lucky autograph the program. Now Duncan chases and cuts off Ryan Alves on a possible counter search there for the Rumblebees. You got to love that honeycomb decal down the jerseys, though. That is a unique twist on the Rumblebees play of name. And here they come, trying to center and get a shot off. Lots of double blue, though, here in the fans tonight for the home opener. CSP Insurance gave away the sticky schedule magnets, and 702 people have it to follow along with your Menor Icebreakers all season long. 10:38 remaining now. Esri being challenged in the neutral zone by Lee J. McGinnis. He'll backhand it to Keenan. Now back across to Keenan. He's doing a little give and go there with Alfonso Diaz, one of the newest icebreakers. Esri tries to twist and spin. Gets caught up there by Gino Mini. And they'll clear it behind the net right side to Lee J. McGinnis. McGinnis now picking up speed into the neutral zone over the blue line, but he's challenged by both Esri and Keenan. 38-14, the shot on goal advantage. Nice touch pass from Keenan, right side, give and go from Farrington. That was to Berger, one of the new guys as well. Henry Berger from Claremont, California, the righty. Getting some minutes in now as well. Behind the net, works it up to Morrow, who's had a nice evening. They'll actually dump that one down behind the net, and the Rumblebees will be on the change on that icing call with 9:35 remaining. So we want to tell you about the rest of our great sponsors: Home Light, an online real estate company; Lake Erie Marine Sales; Mosaic Properties LLC; Stadium Grill, where they did the season ticket giveaway this past year; Preston Products LLC; Bethlehem Hills Christmas Lights Park; Cana Winery; Habco Tools and Development; McCary & Sons; Nova Southeastern University; Auburn Career Center; Menor Ice Arena; Fitness First; Ganley Village Automotive; and JD Cleaners. And the trivia questions: how many new teams in the FPHL? It's for the Danbury Hat-Tricks, the Battle Creek Rumblebees, who are on the ice now, the Columbus River Dragons, and the Delaware Thunder, who we will see next week. That'll be the second expansion team. Also, if you look ahead at that schedule, what's crazy is we played Watertown in the first series. We won't see them till the very end of the year, Jared.
Big change from last year. It seems like we saw the Wolves every other weekend.
Yeah, like I said, at one point I knew the Wolves as well as the Icebreakers, but not this year. It'll be a different story. Battle Creek's been the team we've battled most early, and trying to keep control of it there. But taken away from Nikita Sedenko. Rumblebees pickpocketed, though Clauston loses control, accidentally collided with Sedenko on the change. Still keep it alive, though, and get it to McKenna. Zach McKenna, the forward from Powell, Ohio. Gets it centered to Diaz. Wind-up shot, Clauston. There was an open net momentarily, but a nice closeout by the back line of the Bees. Good heads-up defensive play by the defensive line there. 8:24 remaining here in the third period of play of this home opener. Now behind the net, trying to get it out of Dodge. Dave Nicoletti. And that'll draw the whistle. 8:09 remaining. 39-15, the shot on goal advantage in favor of Menor. And Jared, at this point, 10-3. What has been the most impressive thing, if you had to boil it down to 1 point, for the guys in double blue?
Well, without a doubt, it's the offensive effort tonight. You know, Parker Moskal, John Butita, Declan Conway, those guys have been great every night. They've been great again tonight. Then there's guys like Alex Morrow, Mark Essery, Zach McKenna, Isaiah Crawford, Nate Farrington getting into the score sheet tonight. A lot of guys stepping up for the Icebreakers. A
great team effort for sure. And the fans have to be happy. That one skips out of play into the Bees bench. 7:57 remaining. Joel Eisenhower played the first period in goal, former Icebreaker. Then they made the switch to Jake Mullen.
Official timeout.
A little more size at 6'3", 191.
Next weekend, join us as we honor those who are serving and have served during our
And next weekend's going to be fun. Military Appreciation Weekend. The jerseys will actually be auctioned off to special military jerseys. We'll have 2 different teams in town, too. The Thunder for the first time, and the Danville Dashers. Now, Jared, if we're talking about different teams in 1 year time, how about the Danville Dashers, who ended up getting 6th place as Menor eclipsed them late? The Danville Dashers are also 4-1 going into tonight's game atop of the Western Division.
Trailing Watertown right now 2-1 in Danville. They really revamped their roster over the offseason. Added a lot of guys, guys like Fred Hine and Justin Browson have returned. Got a couple of new goalies that are playing well so far, so it'll be interesting to see how the Dashers fare the rest of the season.
And then what do you think we'll expect from the Delaware Thunder? Kind of a little bit of an unknown coming in. I've heard they're a very physical team. Picked up 1 win so far in 5 tries.
I think their record is a little bit deceiving because they've played fairly well. They had a big win over Columbus, and Columbus has proven to be one of the better teams in the league so far, beating Elmira twice.
Yeah, I believe they beat Columbus. They lost the first one. They beat Columbus the next night 8-2. So Delaware's a team, you know, that's like a trap game. You don't want to be sleeping when the Thunder roll in. And that'll be tough, too, because they're going to take that new road trip up Friday. And then Saturday come back from Delaware, Harrington, Delaware, all the way back to Menor, Ohio, and play the second one. Then they got Danville on Sunday. So a little interesting of a schedule next weekend, but it will be Military Appreciation Weekend. So check that out here at Menor Civic Ice Arena. More information, go to MenorIcebreakers.com. 7:19 remaining in this one, and we got the Rumblebees, the other expansion team in town. Pick-pock pass. Oh, that was a nice read by Eli Kinsman, and I'm kind of surprised he didn't get that shot off because it looked like it was going to be a one-on-one with Rodebush. So now, bear with us if there's any technical difficulties, for the moment on the video stream. I believe we should be back up and going right now. So thanks again for making us a part of your Saturday night here on YouTube.com, the home and away home for all Menor Icebreakers games. And we're in the final 6.5 minutes to play. Clawson centers it to Moskal, who's had one big evening here for the home opener. Now the Rumblebees, they'll send it up, and there's a one-on-one opportunity. Cut off finally there, though, and they just dribble a shot forward. That was number 61, Ryan Alvis, the former Icebreaker. Nice cutoff help defensively by the Icebreakers, and Rodebush makes the save.
Rodebush isn't having his best game tonight, but he's been one of the top goalies in the FPHL so far.
Hey, and 5-1 if he can get this win. Nothing wrong with that. Obviously, some things to shore up as always. But hang on, Sloopy playing right now. Ohio State Buckeyes song. Obviously, big winners over the Maryland Terrapins today, and #1 ranked team in the nation. And how about we had Steve Trevisano on earlier, the Menor High School head football coach. 48-7 winners over the Cleveland Heights Tigers last night. 11-0. Ranked #1 in the state, 7th in the nation, and they will roll on to play Cannon McKinley next Friday night. So thanks to Steve Trevisano for joining us in the pregame before we got underway here tonight. Now the Rumblebees with 5:50 remaining, trying to get it out of their defensive zone, which, again, credit to the Icebreakers for checking. Conway's got it. He's stolen there by Aaron Bessie, and it's a little back-and-forth stealing. That one hops over Mullen. Bodied up there, Alex Morrow sends Rick Siegel into the glass behind the net. Icebreakers with their second most goals scored in team history tonight on the season opener with 10. Only 11 against Port Huron in an 11-7 game back in February earlier this year. And in the first season was more and a whistle on the ice with 5:16 remaining. Moe's South House Grill caters any event. Office lunches, house parties, tailgates, weddings, ballot recitals, and yes, thumb wrestling tournaments. Have you been to any thumb wrestling tournaments, Jared?
Not recently, no.
Not recently, okay. Moe's Catering will fill your fajita, taco, and nacho bars with fresh and flavorful ingredients that are sure to please everyone. Just order at moes.com/catering or visit us at our Menor, South Euclid, or Mayfield stores. Welcome to Moe's. Wind up a shot by Clauston's deflected back out by the Rumblebees. And they have showed some fight. They've showed some grit, getting the last goal scored in the game at this point. Never give up, and you got to appreciate that from the youngsters from Battle Creek, Michigan.
Breakaway chance here.
Setting up a shot, and that one just goes wide left off of the stick of Eli Kinsman. 4:45 remaining, and Battle Creek has evened out the shots on goal in one aspect to 39-17, still clearly in the Icebreakers' favor, but it was even more so. So a decent close here for the Rumblebees.
It's an easy call for the official there. The Icebreaker got tripped in the corner. I believe that was Vaughn Clauston.
Yep. So that will get called and will go against the Rumblebees. That's going to be number 89. Headed to the bench, or to the box for the Rumblebees. That's Dave Nicoletti.
The 7th power play of the night for the Icebreakers. They've gone 4 for 6 on the power play tonight, so we'll see if they keep up that same intensity here with a 7-goal lead late in the game.
So for the next 2 minutes of the 4:26 remaining, Icebreakers on the Lake Health power play. A big thank you to Lake Health for providing the medical staff for tonight's game, as well as training facilities all season long at the Live Healthy Fitness Center in the Brunner Sandin Dietrich Wellness Campus right here in Menor. You'll enjoy convenient hours, state-of-the-art exercise equipment, and a friendly, experienced staff. A membership offers everything you need to help reach your health and fitness goals. So there's a minute 35 left here in the power play. But here comes Battle Creek, and they lose control of the puck. Esri to Diesel, signed a celebrity contract and just plows over Anthony Miller. Diesel had a fight earlier. He had a goal at the end of last season, and he's in there now. He's in that slot trying to make something happen. 3:35 remaining here in the final third period of play.
The 6'4", 270-pound man coming right at
on skates.
Anthony Miller. I don't blame him for kind of getting out of the way there. Like a bowling ball.
And Battle Creek will dump that one behind the net, trying to have this power play opportunity expire. Nice forechecking there by Battle Creek, trying to work on their teamwork together as the Margets had called over his teammate, John Champlain, to try to get in position. Now wind up in a shot, gets deflected, but now turn skipping flip shot there from Parker Moskal. He has some fancy things, that's for sure. And now some action low on the ice. A scrum of players there, finally cleared out by Butita. Clauston now has it. Moskal winds up right side. Oh, that one almost snuck in the left corner. Butita looking to cycle it back now. Gets it to Clauston. Clauston to Moskal. Moskal gets closer to the net. Now behind the net, trying to center it. And a nice steal there by number 24, Eric Steele. Butita now to Clauston. Clauston looking for his options. Centers it to Moskal. Rumblebees on the change. Apply the pressure. And that one goes just wide right. Clauston recovers again. Power play has expired. 2:19 remaining here in the third period of play. Thanks for listening here on YouTube.com. Butita loses control of the puck, and now the Rumblebees send it up to Nicoletti. Nobody home there. It's all Menor here. Neutral zone pressed all the way to the Rumblebees goal. Clauston beats his man, gets a shot off, and a breadbasket save by Jake Mullen. A nice save there. And a couple of words from Clauston and Eric Steele afterwards. Seems a bit unnecessary with only 2:01 remaining in a 7-goal game.
It's really been the first sign of any animosity between these two teams. It's been, outside of the first game, it's been a relatively clean series.
Yes, it's been clean. It's a much improved effort in that department this season. We'll have a face-off now in the right defensive circle in front of the Rumblebees net. Diaz sends it up. Got the starting position tonight in defense. Rumblebees chips through, though. Nice effort there to hang through, but he pays for it with a hit. Does Phoenix McElroy Scott. Final minute 44 remaining in this one. 41-17, the shot on goal advantage. 10-3, excuse me, is the score. And now Pinkowski dumps it behind the net to Conway, the Painesville, Ohio native, who's been off to a hot start, as have a bunch of icebreaker forwards. Now almost found Conway in the slot, but that pass just a little of his reach and a whistle on the ice. Minute 21 remaining. So it's 5-2 at the end of the first period, 8-2 at the end of the second period. And this period has been the closest one for the Rumblebees, as only a 2-1 advantage on the scoreboard for the Icebreakers. Looks like Elmira has tied things up at 1 against the Thunder, and we have a final.
That's actually
6-5.
Yeah, 6-5 Carolina. That's another good game from Danbury. They've really looked impressive the past couple games against the defending champs.
Thunderbirds improved to 5-1, but the hat tricks, no slouch. And it's Port Huron 4, Columbus 1. I feel like Columbus has kind of been all over the place on the scoreboard. Some good wins and some big losses. That one 4-1. Watertown still up 2-1 on Danville.
Less than 1 minute remaining in the third period.
Final minute here. Icebreakers have added one more shot on goal. Pass to Esri, and he will get called there offsides with only 51.2 seconds remaining in the home opener. And for the fans, the Fanatics here tonight, could you ask for anything more? 10 goals, 51 seconds away from a victory, moving to 5-1. The Diesel's back, a hat trick, a record for assists in a game. Could there be anything more tonight?
I think it's really important that the Icebreakers played a good game tonight because of the crowd. Obviously, attendance-wise, they struggled last year, but this is the kind of game that'll kind of get people hooked on Icebreakers hockey, maybe a few people that haven't been to a game before.
And if you want to get to a game, get your schedule. If you didn't get the schedule tonight, brought to you by CSP Insurance Solutions. Go to MentorIcebreakers.com. You'll see the full schedule, game recaps, all kinds of good stuff. Check out the Icebreakers on social media, and come check out a game. You can always call for tickets, 440-290-8502. 23 seconds remaining left. Rumblebees trying to get a shot off goal. Deflects back out. Now it's going to go the length of the ice towards Mullen. And we appreciate you listening at home. Thanks to Casey on the video stream tonight, Jared Tennant on color commentary, Scott Tennant on the PA announcing, Larry Rummel and Al Moon on the sound crew, and you listening at home, as well as the rest of our great Icebreakers staff. And we might have some fisticuffs there in the corner. Nope, that's the bell. Double zeros on the scoreboard, and it's all she wrote in the first game tonight for the Mentor Icebreakers from home. Final score, the Mentor Icebreakers 10, the Battle Creek Rumblebees 3. The Icebreakers will pick up 3 points and improve to 5-1 with 15 points atop the Eastern standings, awaiting the Watertown result. They're 4-1 with 12 points right now in the Eastern Division. For Battle Creek, they will go to 0-6 in the Western Division, still looking for their first points of the season.
With Carolina's win tonight, Icebreakers and Thunderbirds right now are tied at the top of the league with 15 points apiece.
And that's impressive considering Carolina's, 25 game winning streak last year, an FPHL record, and obviously the Commissioner's Cup title going their way. So when you're in the same sentence with wins with Carolina, it's a good thing. That's a very good thing early. Yes, it's early, but I think head coach and general manager Ian Duncan has done a great job in getting this team to come back strong after finishing on a 2-game win streak. So, Jared, lots all went right here tonight offensively. Pretty good effort defensively. Only 3 goals for Rudovich given up, and the Icebreakers win the home opener by a final of 10-3. So, I hope everybody listening at home had a wonderful time and checking in on our stream. Don't forget to check out the Delaware Thunder stream on Friday for the away game at the Thunder, and then we'll be with you next Saturday and next Sunday when the Thunder come to town, as well as the Danville Dashers for the first time for both teams at Meadow Civic Ice Arena. And until next time, we'll see you all later.